Driver, crank it.
Affirmative.
Gunner, scan for target.
Affirmative.
Loader, ready up. Up. Driver, move out.
Hello, my name is Geogen, and welcome back to Armored Warfare. Patch 0.12 has just released, and with it, everyone can now receive a Type 59 for free. That's their big joke at Armored Warfare, or at Obsidian Entertainment. Now, the joke requires a little bit of backstory, unless you already know it, where the Type 59 used to be sold in World of Tanks, and it was too good, so Wargaming pulled it from the premium shop, and now ever since they've only given it away in very selective events, or they may have given it to streamers to give away as prizes. Anyway, the Type 59 back then, way back then, before patch 7.5 I think in World of Tanks, had an infamous reputation for being very, very good. Nowadays it's kind of a bit more mediocre, but it still has its qualities. I don't actually own one, but they're quite easy to take out in World of Tanks. But anyway, back to Armored Warfare. This Type 59, they call it the Type 59 Legend. Another dig at Wargaming there. But anyway, they have put it down at tier 3, classed it as a main battle tank, and my first impressions are it's very similar to an Object 155. If you've played the Object 155, or you don't know what Object 155 is, imagine this tank without the skin. It's a nice skin, by the way, I like the camouflage, and a different name, and there you go. Really, it does have different qualities. This has worse damage with its gun, has the ability to fire HE, however, compared to the 155, and with retrofit, the retrofit, which improves your health by 6.25%, the modifier 2. I'll probably put a little text on screen just to remind myself what the name of that retrofit is, because I've forgotten. But anyway, with both the same retrofits, this has more health. It also has an option to equip 2 retrofits as opposed to the Object 155's 1, so that means you can have a gun rammer, not a gun rammer, the one that decreases your reload time. Again, I forget the name of the retrofit. But as you can see, my reload is under 6 seconds, which is very nice. The armor is pretty much the same. I think it is maybe a little bit improved on the whole. We'll have a graphic of both of the armor values of each tank. The turret traverse is very slow. You may be taken unaware if you have played a lot of medium tanks in World of Tanks, or have a Type 59 if you're one of those lucky people in World of Tanks, and then you play this one, you'll realise the turret traverse is very slow indeed. The turret armor is pretty good against tier 3s, it's also very good against your opposing number, and if you play today or tomorrow, you'll probably find a lot of this kind of matchmaking. As you can see on both teams, there's a lot of Type 59s. Track armor seems to be good enough against AP rounds, it would seem, because I just repeatedly tracked that guy. And I'd have to hit him again with HE. There we go. If you notice on the left hand side, there's a guy spamming chat because he thinks he's a general in a video game, an armchair general as they say. So, whatever. Fortunately mess up that shot. The aim time is a little long, but it's not too bad. Also, I forget to mention that a very nice thing about this tank is everyone gets 5 skilled crews in this. So, you can have 2 crew skills to pick straight away for each of your crew members. That's excluding the commander. Fortunately, we mess up that first shot, and the second shot just goes underneath the tank, I think, which is unfortunate. But weaknesses include the lower plate and the side and rear. Turret front is pretty strong, and I feel sorry for that guy in this kind of matchmaking, even though he is a tier 2 in a tier 3 game. The tier spread, I mean, I've been in tier 5s or tier 6s, and fighting tier 7s and 8s is not fun. But you can do it, you just have to side and rear everybody. The mobility back to the Type 59 is decent enough. Once you're on flat terrain, you can get up to about 50 kilometers an hour. However, the mobility generally is quite sluggish. So anyway, tell me at the end, after you've watched the video, what you think of the Type 59. Do you think, in Armoured Warfare, do you think it's comparable to the Object 155, as I seem to think? Do you think it's decent enough? It does make quite a lot of credits, as it is a premium, which is nice. And therefore it also makes a lot of experience. And I am looking forward to seeing the Asian trees, as it were. The third dealer is supposedly going to have Asian vehicles, which should be good to see. I'm looking forward to the K1 tank, the Korean inbound, as that's a tank I've seen in other games like Wargame. Has anyone played Wargame? Yeah, so the K1. Anyway, just the last guy here now, opposing Type 59. Side shot, takes off his tracks. Almost reloaded. There it is. And now one more shot. Just put a heat round for us, however. I do love how that happens in this game, where the shell forces the tank to a stop instantly and rises in the air a little bit. But anyway, that was the Type 59, little preview, little video on it. I think it's okay. It's not anything amazing as such, but it is nice to have a free tank, which is capable of making enough credits and enough experience for you, especially if you're just starting out at tiers 1 through 5. And there you can see the end. 2000 experience with a premium, 2,500 damage done. Top guy there, over 4,000 damage in another Type 59, though we came second on the team, with 1,109 base experience, which could have been worse, could have been better. And there you see almost 120,000 credits, and above 78,000 with a standard account. Anyhow, like I said earlier, tell me your thoughts on the Type 59 legend, as they call it. And as always, I've been Geogen, this has been Armoured Warfare, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.